Hey yo, what's good, Wrestling Warriors? Welcome to VK Punk Wrestling, the pulse pounding, spine busting, no holds barred hub, and soon to be recognized champs for all things professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I am your host, Vin C Punk, the guy who's got more passion for the squared circle than a rookie chasing their first pinfall. If you're hyped for tonight's Monday Night Raw, the final stop for the Red Brand on the way to WrestleMania 41, then slam that thumbs up button, yeet the subscribe button into cheap sheets, and give that bell icon the flying forearm so you never miss a second of this chaos. Missing a VK Punk vid, that's like botching a moonsault in front of a hot crowd. Nobody's got time for that. So we are on the brink of WrestleMania madness, and I am personally running hotter than a heel champ cutting a promo on a babyface hometown. Between prepping for the biggest wrestling weekend of the year, sneaking away to see a Disturbed concert the Friday beforehand, and juggling life's curveballs, I'm out here moving faster than Braun Breaker running the ropes. We've got a stacked week ahead, however. We got tonight's preview and also a review for tonight's show. A WrestleMania predictions war between me, AK Havoc, and KC. We'll probably have some kind of news roundup video. We're also doing live reactions for both nights of WrestleMania after the night we get back from the Disturbed concert. And did I mention we're probably going to be dropping like a podcast discussion type of thing to break down all the showcase of the Immortals hype. It's a lot, but I'm built for this. Like a tag team champ carrying the match while their partner's selling a beatdown. Let's give a quick shout out to AK Havoc. Like I said, he's the channel's champion. But in less than a week, that belt is coming home to daddy, and there ain't gonna be nothing he can do about it. Our championship belt is actually in production. But this Friday, or this weekend, is where I get my championship back because it should have always been me in the first place. It should have been me, and it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me at Mania, pal. So buckle up, dude. Before we dive into tonight's Raw, however, our go home show, let's give a massive shout out to our sponsor, Capco Championship Belt. These folks craft replicas so legit they'd make even the most arrogant title holder jealous. From UFC to WWE to boxing, Capco's got belts that scream main event. You got a custom dream belt in mind? Their belt making maestro Abdul is like the Triple Eights of craftsmanship. He's pure genius. I've been rocking their gear for ages, shirts, masks, jackets, you name it. Check out www.capcointernational.com for the goods and slide into their Facebook or email with a Vin sent me, and you can find all of that stuff in the credits to this video. Trust me, their stuff is fire. It's basically the wrestling equivalent of a 5-star frog splash. All right, so let's lace up the boots and break down tonight's Monday Night Raw, the last chance for WWE to crank the WrestleMania 41 hype to 11. It's going down in Las Vegas, and this card's got more drama than a soap opera in a steel cage. So here's what's on tap with a side of VK Punk flair and sprinkle of wrestling wit, because VK Punk Wrestling, we the ones for wrestling content. So the tribal chief, a visionary, the Second City Saint, and a wise man walk into a Raw. Oh baby, we're kicking things off with a main event level collision. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and the puppet master himself, Paul Heyman, are all in the house tonight, just days before the WrestleMania 41 Night 1 triple threat blockbuster main event. This feud's been hotter than a SummerSlam in Death Valley. 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, Punk dropped a bombshell. Heyman's in his corner for Mania, but then planted Reigns with a GTS so vicious it probably sent the Tribal Chief's spear dreams to sleep. Last week, Rollins got a receipt for all of that, curb stomping Punk into next week and whispering sweet nothings to Heyman about owing him a favor now. So what's cooking for tonight? Will Reigns try to reclaim his yard? Is Rollins scheming another double cross? And what's Heyman's endgame? Because you know that man's got more layers than a TLC match stipulation. Except for verbal jabs sharper than a Ric Flair chop and maybe a brawl that'll leave the ring in shambles, this segment's got "Can't Miss It" written all over it like a neon sign on the Vegas Strip. All right, so next we got AJ Styles and Karrion Kross as an advertised match. A tune-up with a side of doom. Next up, AJ Styles is stepping into the ring with Karrion Kross, and this one's got more tension than a contract signing gone wrong. Kross has been poking the Phenomenal One like a kid messing with a beehive, trying to unleash a darker, meaner AJ before his WrestleMania match with Logan Paul. Kross claims that if Styles loses to the YouTube star, it's a loss for all of wrestling. Tonight, Styles is out to prove he's got venom in his veins, but don't sleep on Kross. He's got that creepy charisma that screams, I've got a plan. With Logan Paul also advertised for tonight's Raw, I'm betting we see the Maverick stirring the pot, maybe costing Styles the match to mess with his head. Are Kross and Paul secretly plotting like a couple of heels in a smoky back room? Or is Karrion legit worried about wrestling's cred? Either way, this match is going to be a banger. Think Styles calf crusher meets his Kross doomsday stare. Grab your popcorn because this one's got chaos written all over it. After that, we got Gunther. Gunther, I guess, is going to speak. The ring general addresses Jey Uso's defiance. The World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, is gracing us with his presence to talk about his WrestleMania title defense against Jey Uso. Last week, Jey cut a promo so fiery it could have melted the ring post. That one to take the gold and stand up for his family after Gunther's brutal attack on Jimmy Uso. The ring general's been untouchable, but Jay's got that I ain't scared no more energy that's got fans buzzing. Tonight, expect Gunther to fire back with his signature ice-cold intensity, probably calling Jey a pretender who's about to get chopped in the next week. Will Jey crash the party to prove he's ready, or does Gunther have another mind game up his sleeve, like embarrassing Jey in front of the Vegas crowd? The segment's going to set the tone for their Mania showdown, and I'm here for every second of it like a kid waiting for the main event pyro. So next up, the women's division is serving up a spicy appetizer as Bayley goes one-on-one with Liv Morgan. Last week on SmackDown, Bayley and Lyra survived a gauntlet match to earn a shot at Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez's WWE Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. Tonight, Bayley's looking to get some momentum against the ever sneaky Liv, who's got a knack for bending the rules like a pretzel. This match is less about clean pins and more about sending a message. Expect Liv to play dirty, maybe with Raquel lurking ringside like a heel bodyguard that she is. Bayley's got heart, but can she outsmart Morgan's chaos? This one's going to be a roller coaster with more twists than a swerve in a Russo-booked main event. Keep an eye out for Lyra or Raquel getting involved. This feud's got layers, folks. It's going to go in a lot of different directions. Other stories to keep an eye out for. The WrestleMania hype train keeps rolling. The Women's World Championship triple threat at Mania, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, is a powder keg ready to blow. After Adam Pearce made it official last week, expect these three to cross paths tonight. Will Rhea brutalize her rivals, or does Bianca stand tall with a KOD to send a message? Violence is guaranteed, and I'm betting someone's getting laid out like a jobber in a squash match. We also have to keep our eyes peeled for the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio are both gunning for Braun Breaker's Intercontinental Championship in a fatal four-way match at Mania that also includes Penta. Tonight, watch for cracks in their alliance. Dirty Dom's ego might clash with Finn's scheming, and after Braun speared Carlito into oblivion last week, is the cool guy still breathing? Drama's brewing, and it's tastier than a post-match protein shake. We also have the New Day versus the War Raiders for the World Tag Team Championships at Mania is personal after last week's DQ chaos. New Day's post-match attack screamed heel vibes. Sorry, Big E, it looks like Kofi and Xavier are out for blood. Tonight, expect a heated face-off, maybe with a stipulation added to their match. Tables, ladders, and chairs, maybe? Yeah, probably not. But that would be fun. So El Grande Americano, who definitely is not Chad Gable, cheated to beat the LWO last week, and Rey Mysterio had enough. Tonight, will Rey call for a Mania mask versus mask match to unmask this mystery luchador? Easy for me to say. The crowd's gonna pop like crazy if we get that stipulation tease. I think it could happen. Randy Orton is still without a WrestleMania match. And after threatening SmackDown's Nick Aldis, could he return to Raw's Adam Pearce for a fight? Rumor has it Sheamus is itching for a brawl. There was something I think he tweeted out. Imagine an RKO versus Brocade collision. That's the kind of match that would break the internet faster than a surprise return. But I would still also like to see Nick Aldis lace up his boots and get in the ring, or even scrap Daddy Adam Pearce himself. Let one of them, the GMs. I think it would be great to put both the GMs in a match against each other. Nick Aldis versus Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce in a WWE ring. That would be amazing. Anyway, so where's Becky Lynch? The man's been MIA, and with WrestleMania being just around the corner, fans are wondering if she's pulling a Stone Cold and skipping the big dance. If she shows up tonight, Vegas is going to lose its mind. If she shows up on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, Vegas is going to lose its mind. So WrestleMania 41 is only 5 days away, folks. And tonight's Raw is the final chance to sell the biggest show of the year. Will we get a surprise return? New matches, a brawl so wild it spills into the Vegas streets? I'm betting on all of the above because WWE's pulling out all the stops like it's 1999 and Austin's driving a beer truck. But that's your Monday Night Raw preview, folks. I'm hyped, you're hyped, and the wrestling world is about to explode like a pyro malfunction. Despite the craziness of life, work, home projects, YouTube content, I have been running around like a chicken, trying to sneak in some time to have some fun and decompress and do something casual, like go out to uh, a bar and have some dinner and a couple of drinks and sing some karaoke or something. Like, having a hard time finding all the time to do everything. And, I'm pouring my heart into this content because you guys deserve it. And with stuff going better personally, now work is really kicking my ass. It's just been very hectic, man. And life is a wild match, folks. It can hit you with a steel chair when you least expect it, or lock you in a submission hold that feels impossible to escape. But here's the deal: when life's got you in a chokehold, don't tap out. You're stronger than that. Tougher than a wrestler eating a chair shot in a hardcore match. And you've got more fight in you than a babyface making their comeback. Reach out to a friend who's got your back, like a loyal tag team partner, to family who will cheer you on like a hot crowd, or even to me. Slide into VK Punk Wrestling's DMs on Facebook, Twitter, X. I think we have a TikTok now that we haven't really got started on. Because I'm not just your host. I'm your corner man, guys. Hyping you up like a manager waving a towel at ringside. We all get knocked down sometimes, and whether it's stress, doubt, or just the weight of the world feeling like a 500-pound opponent, I've been there grinding through long days, juggling chaos, and wondering if I've got enough left in the tank. But every time I feel like I'm down for the count, it's the support of this community, all of you guys, the people I got here at home, my family, that get me back up before the referee hits three. You don't have to fight alone. Talk to someone, share your story, or just vent about life's unfair booking. Your mental toughness is your greatest weapon, and just like in wrestling, the real victory comes from getting back up no matter how many times you get slammed. You're not just a fan, you're the main eventer in your own life, and I'm out here cheering like a front row diehard with a glitter covered sign. It's got your name in lights. Keep swinging, keep shining, and never forget, you got what it takes to steal the show. Big thanks to all of you for rocking with VK Punk Wrestling today. Smash that like button, share this with your wrestling crew, and subscribe for all the Mania goodness that is coming y'all's way this week. Once again, I am Vin C Punk, and thank you for watching VK Punk Wrestling. We the ones for wrestling content. Catch you next time. Until then, keep your eyes in the ring and your heart in the fight.